So the first part of this conclusion is about coming back to the goals and the objectives we set ourselves in the introductory text. There are three main things that come into mind. The first one is about confronting practices of cultural landscape management in the 3 different countries and the 4 different sites. The second one was about securing cultural landscape future and with integrated management and involving different stakeholders and inhabitants of the sites you're working on. So the second part of this conclusion is that we would like to say what we found really remarkable, that even for this first workshop, all 3 countries have already managed to put together different people from different disciplines. We have archaeologists, we have landscape architects, we have anthropologists, we have elected people, people managing natural heritage sites, geographers, owners, farmers, people who work on communication and media, and people who work on interpretation as well. And this large panel of competencies is something that for us lets us think you can succeed in this REFIT project, and all of these seem to be ingredients of a magic potion that hopefully will help the success of this project. Okay, so the third part of our conclusion is about the benefits and the profits each of the organizations here can take out of this program, REFIT program. So the first one is getting out of isolation that sometimes archaeological sites and their scientists can sometimes be in, despite the fact that archaeological sites bring some deeper sense and values to our societies, modern societies, and they can also bring us hope for humankind, because they are able to put into perspective our civilizations and the evolutions of humankind. The second point is about getting recognition and giving recognition and showing the expertise and using the expertise you have in your sites in local economic contexts that are very different from each country to another. We saw that in the UK, the Cotswolds area is one of the richer parts. Here in Bibracte, the economic development and future of the area is not very certain. And we saw that in the Spanish case, the site itself for the moment seems to be quite disconnected from local development issues. So yes, that's for the second point. The third point is that the third benefit is you can open, what did I write here? Broaden your horizons, and this going from only the archaeological site to a wider cultural landscape with broadening the boundaries is an opportunity and allows you to bring a new and original vision to take over through integrated management and become leaders of sustainable economic development of the areas your sites are in. We also saw this morning that archaeology is something that's very current and in a way, it's part of our modern world and modern economies, because with the rescue archaeology and preventative archaeology, we work in urgency, but it's an inherent part of our economies and an important part of archaeology in today's world. And lastly, all of these benefits are probably simpler and easier to create if the site itself, if there's already a management in place, and if the site itself is well known and recognized on your local, national, and maybe global level. Right, so the last part of our conclusion are a few suggestions. The first suggestion is we would like to tell you that what we witnessed during these 2 days is a new mental construction, even a cultural revolution, we could say, where you broaden the horizon of what archaeological sites and management can be, and it resonates quite well with what we heard on Monday about the Indonesian expression of Sarjana, which means as far as you can see. And this is your new horizon. And this could also be the emblem of the REFIT project. Secondly, make sure to work with managers and local authorities in charge of the area your sites are in, so that everybody is around the table when you work. And this applies also to the owners, landowners, farmers or forest owners on your site. Thirdly, you have an important role of innovation in involving local stakeholders and inhabitants, and taking into account the originality of the sites you are in charge of. And Gemma already showed us that actually local stakeholders and inhabitants sometimes know more about what we're working on than we could have expected. And so these are the first 3 points, and the last point, that in the upcoming 2 years, you have to give yourselves the means and the opportunities to disseminate and to work on a broader landscape scale, broader than the original archaeological sites, and give yourself the opportunity to show what you do. You don't necessarily know today what the upcoming 2 years will bring, and where this project can take you and what you can take out of this project, but be confident. This is an interesting project, and you have all the support of the France network for the upcoming 2 years.